Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tipped. Julian here for another Drops episode, this one for week 8 of the fantasy hockey season. Now, it's definitely always a tough decision when you're deciding who you're going to be dropping from your team. This episode hopefully will make that decision a little bit easier. On top of drops, we also talk about players that are trending down, players that are not necessarily performing to the expectations that you would be, expecting. Hopefully, I can give you a little clarity as to whether I think they're going to be trending back up soon or whether maybe they might become drops soon. I'll let you know. Before we jump into the content, guys, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you do want to take your support for this channel to the next level, you want to support me a little bit more, definitely consider hitting that join button down below on YouTube or on Patreon. And on top of supporting the channel, you unlock perks like being able to DM with me. I try to help you out with any questions you have. And you unlock early access videos whenever I upload anything early. Let's jump right into the trending down section, and let's start with some forwards. And first on the list is JT Miller of the New York Rangers. Now, he had 2 points in his last 8 games before he finally scored 2 goals on Thursday night. Is this the beginning of good things to come for JT Miller? I sure hope so. Now, I don't own this guy in any leagues, but yeah, he's been really disappointing so far. And even when Trocheck came back, which kind of boosted a lot of the team, JT Miller's production didn't really increase much. But hey, he's now finally on a line with Artemi Panarin and Vincent Trocheck, which is pretty much as good as it gets in New York. And he's also still on power play 1, which should give him a pretty nice boost, and I'm expecting good things to come pretty soon from JT Miller. Then we have Quinton Byfield of the Los Angeles Kings, who's now actually centering the top line with Fiala and Kempe. That's a great place for him to be. I'm a big fan of Quinton Byfield, but I've never been a huge fan of him fantasy-wise. Quinton Byfield isn't really that great in fantasy, not because he's not scoring points. He's been scoring points pretty frequently all year long. It's just a lack of peripherals that kind of make him super one-dimensional. If he doesn't score a point, he's kind of a bust on any given night, which is why I don't think he necessarily needs to be 81% owned. And also right now, he's not on power play 1, which definitely hurts his value a little bit as well. Gabriel Velarde, he finally bounced back last game with 2 goals, but prior to that, he had only a single point in 7 games. I wasn't too worried about him though, because he's on the top line, the top power play. Good things were bound to happen soon, and hopefully he can build off the momentum now of that 2-goal game. Then we have Shane Pinto, and he's somebody that I'm not overly high on. He's actually only on the 3rd line right now, and kind of okay 3rd line with Claude Giroux, but nothing too special. And he's not power play 1 anymore, so his production has significantly gone down since the beginning of the season. And I'm definitely not dropping Pinto in any leagues this week just because Ottawa does have a pretty good schedule with a couple of off nights. But if the production continues to not be that great, he might be a drop candidate for the following week. Sean Monahan is also trending down, but if you still own the guy, it probably means that you're in a deep enough league that you kind of have to own this guy still. He's already lost his top line spot to Adam Fantilli. Luckily, he's still on the top power play, but he really hasn't been doing anything all year. He's been super disappointing. If you're in a super deep league, you have to hold and pray that things turn around for Sean Monahan. As for defensemen and goalies that are trending down, first on the list is Philip Gustafson of the Minnesota Wild, and he's actually playing pretty well. Minnesota as a whole is playing really well ever since Zuccarello came back from his injury, but Wallstead is playing incredibly well. He came off a couple shutouts and also another really good game against Carolina, and now the coach has come out and said, yeah, we're going to be splitting starts from here on out until somebody really, does better, and then maybe we'll start him a few more games. But yeah, Philip Gustafson went from a full-time starter to a split starter, which isn't ideal, but you're definitely not dropping him. Noah Dobson is the next guy who's trending down, not because he's doing badly. He's actually doing pretty well overall. His peripherals aren't too bad, and he's still putting up a decent amount of points, all considering he's not on power play 1. But as of late, his production has gone down a little bit. His peripherals have gone down a tiny bit, but that's mostly due to Montreal struggling the last few games. They're on a pretty bad cold streak right now. As soon as that turns around, I'm expecting Noah Dobson's production to turn back around as well. Shea Theodore is trending down as well, because even with Mark Stone on the IR, Shea Theodore has been demoted back to power play 2. They're running 5 forwards once again on power play 1, which really hurts Shea Theodore's value. You drafted this guy super early, and he should still have some value, so you're not dropping him. But man, it's pretty rough to be owning this guy right now. Jacob Markstrom has not been performing the best either. He is somebody who's had a pretty disappointing season overall. He hasn't been that bad, but he's been bad enough that Jake Allen has been starting almost every second game for New Jersey. We were expecting Markstrom to at least get 2 out of every 3 games. That hasn't been happening, so he's trending down a little bit. Unless I'm in an ultra deep league, though, I'm not dropping him. And finally, Oliver Ekman-Larsson is seriously trending down right now. He has 8 points in his last game, so it's not like he's not producing. But Toronto just took him off the power play 1 and replaced him back with Morgan Rielly. Most of Ekman-Larsson's value came from being power play 1. If you want to hold them and ride the hot streak for a couple more games, see if he's able to produce, that's fine. But he's probably going to be dropped very soon. As for outright drops, Dawson Mercer is the first one for me, guys. If you watched my buy low and sell high video, hopefully if you own Dawson Mercer, you traded him for a pretty good player, because he started off the season insanely hot, and I told you guys that he was a gigantic red flag and he was going to be somebody that was going to fall off a cliff. And it looks like he started to fall off that cliff. So hopefully you were able to sell him for a pretty good price, guys, because right now he's looking like he's almost going to be a drop. Colton Parayko is somebody who I also am outright dropping. Obviously, if you're in a super deep league, though, hang on to him and hope that he bounces back a little bit. Colton Parayko is also somebody that I'm dropping in deeper leagues at this point. He was somebody that I actually liked a lot this preseason, and he's really disappointed me so far. Last year, he had such a good season, scoring a decent amount of points and just amazing peripherals. This year, St. Louis has been so bad. I don't think Parayko's been overly motivated to put up that extra effort and get all those peripherals. Hopefully, St. Louis can turn things around. If they do, Parayko can bounce back. But if you're in a shallow league, at this point, he's really not doing anything, and he's really hurting your team. Next is Tyler Toffoli, and he's been really disappointing this year. He played a lot of this season with Macklin Celebrini and still put up super lackluster numbers. I'm a big Toffoli fan. I have one of his jerseys when he was with Montreal, my favorite team, and he's just, I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's just not doing well this year, and now he's actually gotten demoted from that top line onto the second line, and the guy's not even on the top power play anymore. If you own him, unless you're in an ultra deep league, I'm dropping him at this point. Next, Jaden Schwartz, and he's actually somebody who's doing really well. But this week, Seattle only plays 2 games, both of them on super busy nights. There's not really a point holding this guy since you're not going to be able to fit him in your lineup in all likelihood anyway. Drop him, add somebody who you actually will get a couple of off nights from and actually be able to fit into your lineup. And finally, Alex Lyon of the Buffalo Sabres. It looks like he's kind of been worked out of the rotation in Buffalo. Colton Ellis has been playing pretty well. He had a dud the other night, but overall, they seem to like the guy. And then Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen went in last night and played pretty well. I mean, his save percentage wasn't amazing, but it didn't need to be. They won 9-3, so I'm sure he was chilling it a little bit. Those 2 guys are probably going to be the rotation, and it looks like Alex Lyon has been rotated out, and he's pretty easily droppable at this point. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you all in the next episode of Fantasy Tipped.